GMSspiritwindLevi of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashim Havashai, Bahashim Chahagodash. I also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David Levi. All right, today I want to go into a topic entitled, I don't have a topic, but I'll just meditate on certain concepts like peace and solitude, growth in Yahweh Bahashim Havashai, just meditating on what the Most High gives us, man. In America, which is biblically called Babylon the Great, there's all these social expectations, societal expectations as to what is classified as having value, what is classified as successful, what is classified as, accomplished. But from the apostles' admonitions to eventually my own experiences, having solitude, that's really an accomplishment on this side. Having your peace, that's really an accomplishment on this side, man. To have your solitude, man. Right? Because when you go into the manosphere, or you go into, what they would call the alpha male mindset, and just different things, what you learn is, you have to have your own frame, which I would call your own world. Basically, it's your own world. And, you get women who want to join their life with you and things of that nature, but we're no longer in the 50s where a woman naturally was your helpmeet. She was naturally your mate or, your helper. Right now, you're going to basically lose your frame and become her modern. That's not to say, hey, sometimes you gotta go have it, especially in these times, but just spiritually protecting our peace, man. Your solitude is a gift, man. Especially if you have your basics, you have your pad, you have your transportation. Really, that's all you need, man. Because anything you add to that, it is extra. And if you follow societal expectations, you can lose your peace making the effort to please your family or please people who look at what you have as not enough. You might have a woman, and we know scripturally, the woman you having sex with, that's your wife. The woman that you lay down in bed with, that's your wife. But society will push this narrative that if he didn't marry you, that's not your wife. Or what y'all have is incomplete until y'all go to the state and get paperwork, man, which is bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay? Are there certain perks to doing the paperwork? It is, but in most cases, man, it's not in your best interest as a man. And to be honest, once again, from my experience, from the little experiences that I've had, man, your peace is your prize, man. And just you get you a nice size TV, you know what I'm saying? You get your streaming, your different streaming applications, your Netflix, your Hulu, man, you good, man. You can watch the documentaries, you might have certain series that you watch. You got a woman that comes over, man, that's come on, man. That'll hold you down to the kingdom, man. Once again, some brothers have families and some brothers have little ones, and sometimes it's economically feasible to just be under one roof, for sure. But just if you don't have that yet, man, just that solitude, man, that solidarity, man. See, you got to protect your mind in this kingdom, man. All right, and that's what I'm learning. There's times to have an outlet and you enjoy yourself and you kind of let loose, or let your hair down, so to speak. Let your unbuckle your shoes, so to speak, man. But in most cases, you got to protect your mind in this kingdom, protect your mental balance, protect your spirit, man. going to bed on time, waking up on time, man, and eating the right food and having the right workout regimen. And working out is more than just physical health, it's also spiritual health, man. Because stress can do to you way more than what we think it could do to you, man. But exercising is the number one way that I know of that can allow you to de-stress, man. All right? To really get that cortisol level down, man. Okay? And how would I say that me, you will have peace, man. In this world, you will have tribulation. So you have to have a place where you could go to where you could just unwind, man. You know? But, you know, that's pretty much the point. You know? It's just that solidarity, man. You know, your peace is the prize. And I've done lessons on that before, and I know the beloved brother Elder Kazak has done lessons on that before. Just your peace is the prize, man. It's not about, like I said, you listen to Eve, especially Eve, or just the modern woman. Man, if you don't have a big house, you know, then you're always short of something, man. But trust me, if you have your own pad, your apartment, your studio apartment, whatever, I mean, you might have a house, but whatever you have in your name, man, you win it. Don't let you have a cash car. You know, minimum overhead expenses, you win it, man. Because a man has his hobbies, a man has his downtime, or you might go fishing in your downtime. You might, you know, get your movies. You have a list of movies you like to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the Most High keep you balanced, like you might have company, man. And in most cases, you know, women you meet, at some point they want to join their life and get married, but you know, from my experience, I'm just gonna say this: your peace is the prize, man. You know, your peace is the prize, because your 9 to 5 is most likely already chaotic. And I didn't mean to make this about women. You know, it just kind of, you know, came out that way. But your 9 to 5 is already probably chaotic. Working to pay bills is already chaotic, but to go home to peace. You know, wake up, pray, read, you know. Downtime, man. You see? The overall theme of our land was peace. Jerusalem is the house of peace. Every time we greet each other, we say what? Peace. Shalom. That's peace. You know? It's all about peace. The Israelite man has a peaceful nature. The Israelite man has a peaceful nature, man. And a lot of times they get exploited by these nigger demons in society, but the Israelite man, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American men, they're peaceful, man. Now we're in a toxic environment, and Jake has been conditioned to be an animal. But the average Israelite man is just peace, and he's about simplicity, man. I notice, like, a lot of times you get with a woman, it's the woman that wants all this extra stuff. It's the woman that wants all this extra stuff and want to live like a queen or something, you know? But the Israelite man is really easygoing, man. He has a peaceful nature. I remember Dr. Shahrazad Ali in her book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. But that's a good book. I'm going to have to get that book again. But she was like, the black man has a peaceful nature. You know, and that's true. Jake just wants peace. You know? But once again, that's pretty much the point, man. Just, it's the little things, man. You know? It's the little things that count on this side. You can walk through a park and enjoy nature, you know? It's the little things, man. You know? But like I said, that's the point, man. You know, I'm not telling, you know, individuals how to live, or, you know, just reinforcing the things you already have sometimes is the best thing. You know, Esau wants you to think that, this is capitalistic society. So Esau wants you to think that what you have is not enough, but a lot of times what you have is enough. So Matthew 6 says, sufficient to the day is the evil thereof, man. Seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, his righteousness. All these things should be added unto you, man. But that's pretty much the point. I hope this was of edification. Once again, I want to give out honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rokah HaKodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who well. Peace and blessings, health and abundance to the house of David the elect. Abba Bao, Kum Yashala, Shalom.